Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Daffey, President of the IMarEST, and I'd like to offer you a very warm welcome to the IMarEST Annual Conference 2020, which this year takes place as a fully virtual event. We have a packed programme with multiple streams covering all the hottest topics currently exercising the minds of engineers, technologists, scientists and everyone else around the world who's involved in the marine domain. So if your interest lies in alternative fuels or decarbonisation, digitalisation or autonomous vessels, mental health and crew well-being, recruitment and talent development, tackling invasive species or plastic pollution, ocean science, the climate crisis and building resilience, or how naval engineering is supporting the blue economy, then you've come to the right place. Returning briefly to the change to the virtual format, obviously the switch was necessitated by the COVID-19 pandemic, but we shouldn't treat it as a second best option. First, it is a textbook example of how we can harness technology to respond and adapt to new situations, even becoming the new normal. It also confers a number of advantages over the legacy approach of meeting face-to-face in the UK. It allows non-UK IMarEST members who ordinarily would not be able to attend in person to now fully take part, which has the positive side effect of bringing a globally inclusive and more diverse voice to the proceedings. And lastly, it dramatically reduces the overall carbon footprint of our event. I draw your attention to this because our sector is confronted with challenges like decarbonisation or plastics in the ocean that appear insurmountable or requires breaking of long-standing traditions, and it is sometimes hard to contemplate a world where such radical change, technological and structural, is not only possible, but if we put our minds to it, can happen very quickly. So please keep in mind this as you attend sessions and interact with our speakers and your fellow delegates. Speaking of interaction, we encourage you to download our dedicated event app, which will help you keep track of what's happening, to take part in live polls, to access supporting content and network with other participants, and also our amazing sponsors, because without their support, a conference of this scale and breadth simply would not be possible. Before I go, I'd like to remind you that during the week, both the Stanley Gray and President's Day lectures, two cornerstone events of the IMarEST calendar, will take place. So make sure you set aside some time on Wednesday the 15th to hear from Nigel Hearn of Pentest Partners, whose day job revolves around hacking into ships' bridges, a topic which sounds utterly fascinating. And then on the 17th, the final day of the conference, the honour falls upon me to deliver the 118th President's Day lecture, where I will take stock of the technological advances that define the last decade, and then revisiting and drawing together some of the ideas generated over the course of the conference, with an attempt to sketch out where this will lead us between now and 2030. So enjoy the conference, enhance your professional development, engage in the debates, and I will see you throughout these next 2 weeks. So stay healthy and safe. Goodbye for now.